Crazy Stupid Love. Got any information about this one?
So this came out in 2010. The comedies are harder to have like fun facts and different things. Like obviously this one didn't win like an Academy Award or anything like that. But they had two directors that were on there.
Two directors. How does that work?
Is that common?
Yeah. A lot of times it's brothers. There'll be brothers that will co-direct stuff.
Sure.
Yeah, these are two directors. They're not brothers. But yeah, they've done like Being John Malkovich and stuff. Of our movie reviews and stuff, one of the fun things for me is like going back and seeing like, oh, okay, this guy directed this, and this. And you can kind of see a pattern. Almost seemed like this was like their best work because the other stuff I was like, I
never heard of that.
Yeah.
What's their other stuff? What's their names and what's their other stuff?
Glenn Ficora and John Ricca. Glenn and John will leave last ones out. Yeah, G and J. But no, so directors didn't have a lot of other banger. Like I would say, to me, this is their best one.
This is a banger. Can we all agree this is a banger? You didn't like it,
Dave?
You didn't like it?
Don't do it, Dave.
This, out of all the movies that you recommended, Colin, this is the best one.
Yeah,
I've seen it before, but it's been a while. Probably when it came out in 2010.
Yeah.
So it's been like 15 years since I've seen it.
Steve Carell, Ryan Gosling, Emma Stone.
Dude, Ryan Gosling, A+ performance.
Yes.
Emma Stone, A+ performance.
A+. Like she was great. And they've been in
Steve Carell's wife sucks, dude.
Yeah.
She sucks. We can all agree.
Yeah. Kevin Bacon's in this movie.
David Lindhagen can get punched in the face 8 more. I like me some Kevin Bacon, but David Lindhagen can get shoved.
Yeah. I was going to say, I would...
Freckle face boy, tight.
Good the acting is...
It was good.
The kid was creepy, man. They made him creepy and strange and weird.
It's tight, bro.
It's great. The circle that comes like full circle.
Yes.
You think it's two separate stories, but then they merge together.
So they actually kept the interwoven dynamics between all the characters a secret from the cast members themselves.
Oh.
So they read the script.
That's not possible. I feel
it's true.
How does that?
So
how do you do that?
Many of the cast members, I don't know. But this is what I was reading. That many of the cast members didn't even know that everybody was connected or whatever. There was a lot of it until the very end when they're shooting the final scenes and stuff that they didn't even know.
Wow.
Which to me
would make some good theater.
Yeah.
I was trying to think. I'm like, I mean, these are professional actors.
You can't,
whether
bro.
they know
do
or
like
don't.
Table reads.
What does it
stuff.
matter? I know. I was thinking to me.
I think that's. I'm calling bullshit.
Yeah, I read that too, and I'm like, why would that matter? This is a professional actor.
It is a tight
it's
story.
Not like he finds out the day before shooting.
What?
Whoa, his performance is so much better. It's like, no, these are professionals. Like,
also, like Ryan Gosling's like, you're David Lindhagen. That's the second take because the first time he's like Kevin Bacon.
Yeah. What? Bacon, what are you doing here?
Why are you here?
No, that's because her name is Hannah. Because they talk about Nana.
Yeah.
They talk about Nana multiple times. Yeah. Oh, you talk to Nana? And you think it's grandma.
Yeah.
Obviously. That's what everyone would think when they say Nana. I think it's grandma. But it's like, oh, you're like,
You're
Nana?
Nana?
Yeah.
You're
They
Nana?
say Hannah. Like, and they see each other for the first time. Like Steve Carell's character and Ryan Gosling see each other like, why are you doing here? And he's like, and it just dawns on them, and they're just like, no.
So this is my hang up. Like the movie building up to it was great, right? You get like little pieces of I'm
ready to fight to the death on this movie, dude. So let's go.
I will, but I do have one thing that I think.
Yeah, let's battle.
Let's do it. But no, like weaving up to it, and that's the scene where everybody comes together
in the barbecue,
in the backyard.
Right,
is incredible.
Yeah,
like it's amazing. It's funny. It's hilarious. Like all the dudes like headlocking each other and stuff. Yeah. Hilarious. But I feel like going from that where I'm like, this is the climax of this film right here, to the 8th grade graduation was a little bit of a letdown for me. It was like we're here, and I just feel like there could have been something better than that.
I don't have a problem with it.
I do see what you're saying. I was ready to die on a hill, but at that point, granted I had already seen the movie. Like this is probably like my 4th or 5th time seeing the movie, but I was just like, yeah, we get it. Like, this is the bow on the movie.
Sure. Sure.
She's gonna give her nudies to the boy.
All,
he's gonna get back with his wife.
That's not okay.
I 100% watched that and was thinking, I'm waiting for Dave.
It is not okay for you're a 17-year-old.
She's a senior in high school.
You give nudes to a 13-year-old or something like that.
Yeah, and they're just like, he's weird and strange. It's funny.
Not okay,
bro. We have 6-year-olds singing Pink Pony Club right now. That's not it's
that is way different because they have no idea what that even means.
They have no idea what that means.
They don't have. If I had my 10-year-old watch the movie, he wouldn't understand what the photos were.
No, I agree. I
but
agree.
if
in the movie,
I said in the movie, yeah,
universe,
obviously, yes.
not okay
I'm just saying.
for a 17-year-old
I'm saying, but like Hollywood's been doing this for years.
Sure.
California production studios, music, it's all been doing. Obviously, it's not. Obviously, I'm anti that.
Yeah.
But like, it's not egregious because they've been doing it forever.
Well, I'm just saying it's not. Of course, yeah. There's worse things in movies. I'm not gonna say that. I'm just thinking that's not like it. Kind of made me think like, oh, she's so nice and she's so like. No, that's not okay.
That's
it's
borderline.
Okay.
Are we?
I mean, who knows? If she's 17 or 18, it's illegal.
Did you guys have any scenes where you just guttural laughed like?
Dude, I thought it was hilarious. Ryan Gosling was fantastic.
He's great.
Fantastic. He's good. He's good at everything.
I'm a big Ryan Gosling fan.
Me too.
I'm a big fan of the Asian friend.
Yeah, she's great. This is one part I meant to research, but I didn't. Was her boyfriend in that movie Josh Groban? I know you know who that is.
I've heard the name.
I don't know who Josh Groban is.
The guy who sings like all the I don't know, theatrical songs and
I don't know.
Let me look his face up. Crazy Stupid Love. Yep, it's him.
Bang.
Nice.
I knew it. I'm good with this. Hey,
that was good.
There's a few things I'm good at in life.
What a loser that guy was.
Yeah,
Huh?
Hannah Banana.
Okay, so
Hannah Banana.
Hey, he offered her a
spot in the firm, dude.
Okay, so my thing about this movie.
Oh, I got a couple
that bothers me.
Let me hear him, dude.
It's not the movie's still great, but this is a thing that I see commonly in movies. Okay. You said it earlier. His wife is the villain. She's the villain.
She's terrible.
She broke up the marriage. Period. Right. That's it. No end of sentence.
She cheated on him.
Whenever in these movies, it's a very common thing when the woman cheats. It is always like framed in such a way that it's not her fault. Because like, remember when they meet at the parent-teacher conferences?
Yeah.
Steve Carell's like, you know what? You cheated, but like, and I'm mad at you, but I stopped trying. Right. I wasn't. No, stop. She cheated on you. Period.
Yeah.
That's it. Like it's never the other way. When the man cheats, it's always like he's a scumbag, right? And like, and again, even then, like he sleeps with the girl that ends up being the teacher, right? And then he is the villain. Like everybody's like, oh, she gets mad at him, and I'm like, no, stop.
Yeah.
No, stop. You are the villain.
And
you're the villain.
But it's for the movie, right? Because like if it was in real life, Steve Carell would be like, actually, what really happened is, and he would just like announce the entire story to everyone. Well, but that's not good for the movie.
That's what I'm saying. When the woman cheats, they always like put it back in this whole like it's not her fault really. They always soften it and make it seem like she's not the problem.
To Dave's point,
and I feel like that's a common thing, and it happened in this too. The thing with the Hannah Banana or whatever, she thought he was going to propose, he didn't. Okay, and then she storms off like he did her some kind of like terrible disservice.
Yeah.
No, remember 2 seconds ago she wasn't sure if she was going to marry him.
Yeah.
Right.
But now she has the audacity to like when he's like, I'm not sure.
Also, she drank like 2 other people's drinks, dude. Not cool.
Yeah. So
not cool.
And to your point, like his friend group was like, hey, we have to choose your wife over you.
Yeah.
And we heard you're hooking up with younger women and stuff. And it's like, well, you guys just completely went over the fact that she cheated on him with a guy from her work
first, right?
Yeah,
that broke up the marriage.
Yeah,
the thing that happened after that, like, is it good? No, but it's not.
Yeah.
It's not
bro, what a terrible friend that guy was, huh?
Oh, horrible! Like they didn't even stick up for him. They'd be like, "Hey, you're glomming on some facts that happened after they were separated." And
just in general, like, my boy's my boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not gonna bring our family over to his apartment anymore. But
and she says we can't be friends.
You're not gonna tell me I can't be friends.
And
with
that was
him.
Before he even did anything. That was before he was even the ladies.
That's back when he was in the New Balance 378, bro.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but again, who ends up apologizing to who?
Yeah.
He is the one that makes this big grand speech and say, "I never stopped loving you,"
and he's still making the effort.
Yeah. What does she do? Nothing. She is the one that broke up the bill.
Hey, time out.
Yeah.
Do you guys ever think that there's like a little like a tiff happens in your household between you and your wife? You know, she's like anywhere from 60 to 100% 60 to 85%, 90% at fault. But you still initiate the conversation by apologizing for a certain part of what happened. That way you can initiate the whole talk track
discussion.
You guys never do. I do that.
I should do that. I don't.
No, I don't.
Oh, I do, dude.
I don't do that. No.
Because my wife, I apologize. Like we've talked about, I'm a big apologizer.
Yeah.
My wife is not. Her father is like, it's very clear that the lineage of.
Yeah.
So I'll be like, hey, I shouldn't have talked to you like this. I shouldn't have done this, but I was upset because of X, Y, Z, and then it opens the door for conversations.
That's great, man.
I think I have no problem with that.
But like I would say, I agree with you 100%. Like this is not your fault, bro. Your wife cheated on you.
Yes.
But
why?
But like we've all, I would say we've all done. I guess we haven't all done it, but like I have done it. Like I know this is not my fault. I know however, I'm just gonna apologize for my tone of voice or something to just get the ball rolling
100%,
and then we can get there that way.
You're right. That is a great strategy, and I'm not. But that's also like a small marriage tiff. Not I slept with my coworker.
Correct.
Okay, so like that's a different.
I wouldn't be like, I'm sorry I didn't work out more.
Yeah.
So you thought I was hotter or whatever.
Those aren't. You know what I mean? Like I see what you're saying. That's a great strategy.
No, you're right. This is way different. I'm just saying. But I have apologized when I thought I don't need to apologize.
I get it. I'm just saying, like, I feel like this is not the only movie that does that. I feel like when it, like, again, I guess the main crux is that in these movies, when a man cheats, he's a scumbag, period. They never try to like make it, oh, here's the reasons he cheated. Oh, this is like, oh, she was like neglecting him or this and that.
Yeah.
Never. It's always he cheated, he's a scumbag, period. That's it. End of story. She's the victim. And then in this, when she cheats, the whole movie is softening in that and making her be like, because she's like, he's talking to her on the phone and she sees her crying. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And again, it's like, you did this, hun. You did all of this. Like you have no right. You are not a victim at all in any way. He is the victim. But then again, he is the one that has to go apologize. He has to make it better. He has to make it right.
He has to go live in an apartment.
Yes.
I also don't understand that, dude. I don't get that.
That's the law in a lot of places. Whoever files for divorce, the other person has to leave.
But they hadn't filed. They were just separated.
But he was so devastated. He's like, I'm leaving.
That's like the first couple minutes of the movie. She's like, I want a divorce.
I do remember. I guess like I've never slept on the couch. I never will.
Yeah.
No matter how bad things are.
Yeah.
But like I do remember like working with a coworker back when I was like more immature. But I do stand by it. But it has never gotten to that point. It's like, just wait till you're on the couch. And I remember saying like, bro, I pay for this bed. I pay for this house. Like. Even if we're both working, it's my bed too. You ain't kicking me out of my bed.
Yeah.
Like if you're pissed, you can go. If you're that mad, you can leave. But I'm gonna sleep in my bed.
I 1,000,000,000,000% agree with you.
I'm saying like if my wife cheated on me, like I'm extremely upset. You need to leave now.
The thing is that actually real? The whole couch thing? Because that's like a sitcom trope.
I was gonna say,
right? Is that actually a real thing? Because I don't know if that's true.
Hey, we should all ask our dads.
Yeah, because that is
back problems.
That's a trope in all these sitcoms and movies and stuff. You can sleep on the couch tonight or whatever. Like, and I thought the same thing you thought. I'm like, hold on a second.
I'm never sleeping on the couch.
I'm not sleeping on the couch. If we have beef, like either we can like sleep on it and work on it the next day. Or, I mean, this is not ever come to the facts in like my relationship, but I'm saying I'm doing the same thing with you. I'm like fantasizing, like, what was I doing?
If it's really that bad, you can go.
Exactly. If you can't sleep in the same bed as me, then
and I also think on the flip side of that, if you told your wife or a woman in general, like, hey, you're not sleeping in this bed, go sleep on the floor, go sleep on the couch somewhere, you would be deemed as a monster.
100%.
You're like, this guy is a demon.
Yep.
Yeah. What were your guys' top 3 funniest parts? Because the parts that made me like guttural laugh, like when he hands him his New Balances, he's like, "Hey, are you Steve Jobs?
Yeah.
Are you in a frat? Are you in a fraternity?"
Yeah.
And he just takes his sneakers and throws them off the rail. That's funny to me. When he passed out in the sauna.
Yeah, on the Schwanza.
On the
Schwanza. That was good. That was good.
It was hilarious.
That's funny.
Just in general, his banter with
dude,
him.
Dude,
like
Ryan Gosling is
I love
that.
I love the relationship dynamic change too, where it's like he is the dominator.
Yeah.
And he's just like, "Hey, bro, like I'm trying to help you out," and then it turns into I'm dating your daughter, and he's just like, now he's on the other side of that.
The movie made you feel good because he's schooling him on all this game, and then it turns to like, buddy, I've never felt this way before.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do. I got to meet her family.
And he's calling him
help me out.
Yeah.
Like so he becomes endearing.
Yes. The student becomes a teacher.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, but even less, it's just like we've all known you've gone from looking at pretty girl, whether you sleep with them or not, or this or that. It's like we've all been young ones and all looked at pretty girls, and now we're all married. It's like we know what it takes to do both.
Yeah.
Whether you did it or not, it's very endearing of a character, and like to be able to allow for the character shift.
I'll throw out my other one where I just guttural laughed was when he's meeting the teacher, and they're in there, and he's like, hold on, and he whispers over to her, he's like, "She's an alcoholic."
She's an alcoholic.
It kills me every time.
I think it's funny when they go back to his apartment, and honestly, it's like funny, and also it's like again, like I don't know, it's kind of adorable, like how like their relationship like kind of like spawns or whatever, and like in his apartment, and she's like, what are your moves? And he's like, I'm not gonna tell you my move.
Yes.
And he's like, yeah, I put on music from Dirty Dancing or whatever it is, and I do the move, and it works every time. He's like, she's like, that's the dumbest thing. I'm like,
it wouldn't work on me.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, I know it is the dumbest thing every time, but guess what? It's 100% effective.
So other fun fact.
Yeah, and then like he does it, and she's like, so the bedroom,
Yeah.
But then they just like talk or whatever, and
I do.
I don't know.
I'm glad you brought that up because that's another fun fact of the movies is they use a body double during that.
Oh, I could tell
because Emma Stone had a fear of heights because I guess when she was younger had fallen and injured herself doing something.
She's got a fear of 7 foot tall.
I guess. Yeah. So
rocks.
They had to use a body double for it. There was Ryan Gosling who lifted the person.
But I could tell because I like when they lift her up, I can see that she kind of like flails. And then it cuts, and she's like doing like a perfect like.
Yeah, and a lot of
I need to go back to
a lot of their
like
banter.
I was hoping
together.
you'd be like, I saw her thighs stop jiggling. Like I think you're gonna start body shaming her.
No, it's like she like is like flailing, and then like it cuts, and then she's like doing like a perfect like
See,
dancer
dude,
move. Yeah.
This is why I don't like Hollywood.
And then it cuts again. And
I'm afraid of heights when someone lifts me up. Like, get over it, dude.
How much money are you making for this?
Come on, bro.
Yeah. I don't know, but yeah, they had such a dynamic relationship because they'd been in like 3 or 4 movies at that point. Or
oh, really? I didn't know
that was like
that.
their second or third movie. At that point, that like the director actually just let them riff, like when that whole like scene.
What's her name? Emma Stone.
Yeah, they're letting them riff and they added that into the movie or whatever.
Dude,
Cool.
I was gonna say a lot of her reactions are, in my opinion, extremely genuine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, just certain things. I don't know. It also calls me back because there was several times when I was dating Teresa that we would just literally sit in the froyo or our car or whatever, like, and we would just be talking for hours.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, you forget. It brought me. I think that maybe oddly brings me back to like why I like it so much, because it just reminds me of me dating my wife, like for real, trying to court her and show her how awesome I am, and why I'm worthy, and also having fun with her.
Yeah,
like dating your wife is great. I feel like, even like we went on a date tonight. I'm drinking a couple beers still. We had a little date night, had a couple beers. I just love dating my wife, and Crazy Stupid Love just kind of reminds me like how fun it is to date, like young dating. Also continue to date. Don't cheat on anybody.
That was
that's the moral of the story.
That was the premise of the film. They go through young love, they go through old love, they go through
Oh, that's true.
love, that non-existent love,
That's true. Unreciprocated.
It's yes. There's all different types of love that they circulate through this whole storyline and weave in.
Did you look that up or what?
Yes.
I
wish I could tell you. I wish I could tell you I was that. I'm very thoughtful. I'm a deep guy.
Yeah. I was gonna say that is impressive.
All right, edit that out, Dave. Yeah, that's how I think, Colin. I mean, I perceive life differently, and
because I've told Teresa, like, my phases of love that I believe: puppy love, lust, like love,
infatuation, yeah,
and then real love. And maybe I think that way because I've been through those 3 phases. But like, I've been in puppy love, I've been in lust, where I thought it was love. Think you love someone for a couple years, but it's really just lust and everything that's going on in the moment of everything.
Sure. And
then there's real love. Actually, this would be a good take for you because you are a high school sweetheart.
Yep.
Correct? Mm-hmm. So how do you feel about this?
So yeah, I had one girlfriend before Chelsea, who's my wife. For 2 months. So yeah, I mean, I really only had.
Did you tell her you loved her?
No.
Good. No. Then I was gonna say no.
No. She dumped me. She dumped me, guys.
Oh, she dumped you.
She could have done me a bigger favor.
What's her name, dude?
Not bringing it up. Here.
What's her name?
Nope.
USD 259. Look her up. Yearbook 2006.
Yeah.
All right.
No,
but how do you feel about? You've only dated one woman. Do you still feel like you went through phases?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
Like maybe
100%.
not in the moment you didn't know, but looking back, or did you know in the moment too?
No, I mean in the moment I was 17.
The moment you
right,
love is love is love.
Yeah, for sure. Like so, yeah, absolutely. Those phases, I think that's just the normal progression of like first. It could be through multiple relationships or even the same relationship. Even like relationship with one person is probably going to go through those exact steps at some point.
Yeah.
As you're gonna venture into those, like the puppy love is like pretty much everybody goes through that at the beginning, right? And then like the sexual attraction or whatever is hopefully gonna be there as well,
right? For
every relationship, and then like true love, right? Is what I believe it is, and I think it's St. Thomas Aquinas would say it's to will the good of the other. Is what love is. It's an action. It's not a feeling, and that's what people get mixed up on. I think when it comes to love is that it's a feeling. That puppy love, that infatuation that you feel at the beginning, will fade. Period. It will fade. And if you think that feeling is what love is, you're going to. That's what people like. That's what happened in this movie. Frankly, to me, she was like, I don't feel that same way I felt.
What happened to us?
Yeah. No.
You got weak in temptation. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. You stopped performing the action of love. We both stopped performing the action of love, and you went elsewhere.
Right.
So yeah. I mean, I think that's a big mistake people make, especially when they're young, is that this feeling that I feel is what love is.
Right.
And to me, it's not. It's not a feeling. Right. Obviously, there are good feelings that come along with being in love with somebody, but love to me is an action. It is a verb. It's what you do, and you have to
unreciprocated.
You have to pursue it.
I agree.
It's not something that's just going to exist, or.
That's well said, brother.
Hey,
yeah,
thanks,
I'm gonna let you ride on that one, man. You threw a St. Thomas Aquinas out
Aquinas.
there, so let's roll with that.
What was the quote again, Matt? Can you remind us?
Love is to will the good of the other.
If something good and love, and yeah,
to will the good of the
other. You notice I laid out during that entire thing as Dave was doing. He was being so adequate with it.
Say it again for us, Dave.
St. Thomas. I believe it's St. Thomas Aquinas. I believe
a doctor of the Catholic Church.
Yes.
Love is to will the good of the other.
To will the good of the other.
Wow.
Can you repeat that for us, Matt?
Our podcast has got very smart.
It's got very intellectual.
Yeah.
My rating for this movie, 8.
An 8. What was Interstellar?
7.
Good. Finally
Fight
beat
Club?
Interstellar.
Fight Club is a 9. Yeah.
Okay.
This movie is good. 8.5 maybe. This is a great movie. This is a great movie.
Thank you.
I loved it. I was entertained the entire time.
I think.
What'd you give it?
This is a 9, for me.
Yeah.
I'm entertained.
Give me a 9.
I'm thoughtful. It hits me in my feels. I'm right there with you, where it takes me back to my, when I was dating my wife. those feelings.
My wife.
Yeah, this is my wife. Thank you very much.
Yeah, that's a good one. Easy.
There it is.
Your best one, Colin.
Thank you. Finally, I catch a banger.
Yes.
Great movie.
Finally, I can put the Interstellar closet in the. You know what? I've never been a guy for rules, but I just hate Interstellar just outranking all my.
I was gonna say, if you're gonna break the rules, I'm gonna allow it on this one because I didn't. I was upset until I started watching it. And I'm like 10 minutes in. I'm like, yes, dude. My fawns. Yeah.
You know what love can also be, guys? It can also be satisfying, which leads right into our top 5 of the day.
Dave, you're getting good at this. Is this how you make your living now, or what are we doing?
Yeah, I'm working on my segues.
Yeah.